Right, I'm pretty sure I don't need to explain that Dead Space is one of my favourite games of all time. Now, when something's off, I can see it from a mile away. This remake has the makings to be something better, it does, but it's these little details that are off that are going to hold it back, and it's going to make it worse than the original. If you cannot see straight away that Isaac's walk is off, animation and speed is completely wrong. Now, don't get me wrong, his speed can be changed due to the fact that they've changed the way the level works, right? But as you can see on screen right now, they're actually showing it in the trailer, Isaac's walk animation is all kinds of wrong. Why is everything that Isaac does moving straight from his hips? None of his upper body really moves, and he's floaty. He is. In the original, he's planting his feet. The plasma cutter arm, the right hand, is pulled up towards his chest, and he holds it close to himself on an angle. On the left-hand side, you can see he's kind of like just dangling it around. His shoulders are waving around as if it's like trying to cause some kind of like... It's just kind of animating for the sake of animating. His left hand isn't forward like it should be, and he's not leaning forward. He's like upright. It doesn't look right, and I don't understand how you've got these side by side and you can't see that the animation for the remake is all wrong. Visual-wise, you're nailing it. The game visual-wise looks absolutely amazing. I'm sure the audio is awesome, and I don't mind some of the changes. Hell, some of the changes you show in this trailer are cool as hell, but we cannot have that walk animation. Next up, this here, moving around in zero G, it just looks really wrong. Again, everything he's doing is from his hips. His upper body isn't working, and it's not coming from his core. He's not pulling his legs in and tucking them under from his abdominal muscles, is he? So it looks really, really weak. It does. His legs are flailing around, and the upper part of his body isn't moving. If you compare that, I don't have footage of it, but if you compare that to Dead Space 2 or 3, Isaac does not float around like that. That looks really, really, really bizarre. You got to put them side by side and nail it. The animations in all the Dead Space games up to this point have been like top tier, unreal, untouchable. That ain't it. There's something wrong. I don't know if you can get this fixed before release, but everything else you've shown looks cool. These animations are holding your game back. They are. I saw the stomp later on in the trailer as well. It's missing impact, man. There's something about it. The stomp got improved in Dead Space 2 and 3. It's weak in Dead Space 1. You can get that back to Dead Space 2 levels. You don't need to copy Dead Space 1. The stomp needs more impact. It needs to like lean into it. The animations, man. Your animations are holding your game back big time. I really hope they can fix this before January. The next one is the one I noticed like months ago. I remember I sent a motive tweet saying like to fix this. I'm guessing they didn't pay attention to it because they're going to get bombarded with other tweets of people saying, what about this? What about that? But it's something that just, it's annoying me a little bit. I don't really notice it with other guns because we haven't really seen every gun being held, but I notice it straight away with the plasma cutter. When Isaac's aiming it, a lot of people don't understand, Isaac holds the plasma cutter with one hand. It's his right hand and he holds it up. The left hand isn't doing anything, right? You can't really see what the left hand's doing. However, when Isaac aims it in the original, he leans in. There's footage in a trailer, I'll put it on here. He leans into his shoulder because of the recoil, so when he fires it off, it's like his shoulder goes back. In the remake, he's holding his arm up and not leaning into the shot, and he's firing it, and it looks really jank and really derp. It does. It's these little details that are going to hurt this game in the long run. Some people are going to be looking at the trailers and whatnot and going, oh my God, that looks insane. And there's no denying it. It looks insane. A lot of the things I'm hearing about this game are insane. But it's those little things that when we finally get our hands on it and the gameplay starts playing and you notice these little things, these weird, janky animations, if they're still in the final product, it's gonna hold it back. It is. And Dead Space has got the best animations across the board. One thing, it doesn't matter which Dead Space is your favourite or which ones you don't like. Across the board, every single one of them's had top tier animations. This remake doesn't, and I hate to sound super negative because I am looking forward to it. It's one of my top 3 games that I'm looking forward to. Please, either fix them and get it out for January or delay your game and fix them and get it out for whenever. I want those animations fixed before this game comes out, because there's no reason to hurt your game like that. Everything else you're doing, it looks great. Graphically, I love some of the changes when it had like an option to turn the lights off and stuff, or remove oxygen and things like that. Those changes are cool because it gives more options to the player. The one-shot camera stuff, awesome. But get the animations right. Dead Space's animations need to be top tier. Like they always were, and none of them have aged badly. They haven't. Please, please, Motive, fix the animations. Dead Space deserves it, and you know it.